Hey everybody, welcome back to Jordan Samuel Skin Talks, and welcome to a first for Jordan Samuel Skin, the addition of Jordan Samuel Scent, Cortile Dolce. Our first fragrance. I am so excited to talk to you about this today. The why, the how, the serendipitousness, is that a word, of it all. Let's go. We have a lot to talk about, that's why I'm diving right in. So, first things first, people always ask, why fragrance? And there's a whole backstory to Jordan Samuel and Jordan Samuel Skin that you may not know. If you've been around here for a while, you'll for sure know. I have my friend Trish, I know she's on here, I know she knows what's up. So, I've always been obsessed with fragrance. I can remember the perfume or the body cream my mom would wear, the cologne, the aftershave my dad would wear, and I always liked it, but I was young. It registered, I have the scent memories of it, but it wasn't something like, oh, I want to be wearing fragrance as well. I moved away from home at 15 to live in a dormitory in New York City to study ballet at the School of American Ballet. And at that time, one of my teachers, Susie Pilar, she wore the most beautiful fragrance, which actually we all thought it was Angel by Terry Mugler, which was brand new, a total new type of scent on the market at the time. This was 1996. We all were blown away by it. It was intoxicating. That is when my love of fragrance was like, oh my God, something can smell this unique and this different. And can give you these feelings, and it was actually, the fragrance is called Nirmala, I believe by Fragonard, a southern France perfume house. I will fact check that and put that information down below. But absolutely adored that fragrance. At that same time, Angel for Men, so similar profile, was launched, and my love of fragrance was born in 1996 at the age of 15. I used to drag my friends to Bloomingdale's, to Saks Fifth Avenue. I mean, I had no money, but I would take the money that I got from my parents as an allowance, or that I got while earning money by being a resident assistant in the dorms, and spend it on fragrance. I mean, Annick Goutal, Eau d'Adrienne, Acqua di Gio came out at that time, Issey Miyake, Angel for Men, the Burberry was big at that time, Paul Smith, the list goes on and on. So fragrance was always an obsession for me. I've always had a grouping of signature fragrances. I like to think of myself as the original fragrance influencer. And then when I would get injured from the ballet and not have much to do, I would spend time mixing fragrance oils, essential oils, putting them into unscented bases, whether it be a body lotion, a body cream, a shower gel, a body oil, and it just truly grew from there. I did also have, so you might see this, it's not on every, like if you purchase on our website and just use regular checkout, I think it says Jordan Samuel Skin, but I believe if you purchase checking out with PayPal, it says Jordan Samuel Fragrances Incorporated, because that was actually how the brand first started. Before I was an esthetician, before I was into skincare, I was sort of as a light hobby, mixing and blending fragrances and body products and shower gels and stuff. So the history it's in my blood, and I have always wanted to bring out a fragrance. I've wanted to work with one of the top perfumers. The timing was never right, or there was one point where we did almost bring one out in 2018. We finished it with a big perfume company in New York City, and we just couldn't meet the minimums, the pricing, and it just went on the back burner. And then I just let everything simmer for a bit of what I really wanted to bring to the table, what I wanted Jordan Samuel Scent to be like. And with my love of Italy, being Italian-American, working on my Italian citizenship, learning the language, being an Italophile, taking you all on my journeys with me through Italy, I wanted fragrance to be that, to be a transportative vacation through Italy, and we're going to work from the south up. So we're starting with Sicily. But before I tell you about the fragrance, I want to tell you how we got the perfumer, how we got the manufacturing, and then we'll go into all the good stuff. So with my travels through Italy, Rome primarily, you've, I'm sure, seen my friend Roberto. who owns Genco Barbieri, the barbershop in the center of Rome that I always go to when I'm there. And I went to him when I knew I wanted to do these travels through Italy via Scent. I said, do you know of any perfumers? Here are some that I found. Unfortunately, the one that I wanted to work with, his name was Luca Maffei, and I reached out to him first because when we came back from Italy in 2022, Ben and I had a bunch of different small vials of scent. And I said, it's interesting, these are all Italian brands. It would be interesting to see if there's any correlation between the nose, like if one person did multiple of these fragrances, if we have a taste, if they have a taste, etc. Which, wouldn't you know, 95%, 80%, I mean, it was high. It was most of the fragrances were done by Luca Maffei. So I figured he had sort of a signature fragrance composing quality. We loved it. He didn't know me from anybody. I reached out to him on Instagram. He, of course, one of probably 1,000 messages he gets a day. He didn't respond. I didn't have his email. I didn't have a phone number. I didn't know where he, not that I was going to show up at his house, but you get the picture. So I went to my friend Roberto, and he said, well, I don't know specific perfumers, but my friend, also Roberto, owns one of the biggest fragrance manufacturing houses, facilities in Italy, and he has a small business situation going on. I will connect him with you. Roberto immediately got back to me. We started chatting. I immediately, this would have been summer of 2022 or 2023. It was a long process. Started chatting with him and the process of figuring it out. And I explained that I wanted to do my travels through Italy. I want to go from the south up. I want to start in Sicily, and I was really focused on lime. Lime is actually one of my favorite ingredients in perfumery, but it can go so wrong so fast. Lime zest, lime leaf, lime wood, the freshness, the greenness of it is perfection. When you go into lime candy, lime Jolly Rancher almost, I'm out, I'm done. I'm not into it. So that was where I wanted to start, not as the end all be all, but that was the direction I wanted to go. And then we initially got 5 fragrances in the mail so we could point the perfumer into the direction we wanted to go. And there was one that right out of the gate, I don't think I'd even smelled the other ones yet. I knew it was going to be this direction, which it absolutely was. Then after that, in November 2023, most of the Jordan Samuel Skin team went to Torino, Italy, where the perfume manufacturer is in the north of Italy. And they had a beautiful meeting for us. We had espresso and cappuccino, and we're smelling fragrances. And so from my initial notes and the first direction I wanted to go, they had built out 5 more. And of those 5, there was 2. I'll post a video. I should maybe, if I'm fancy and know how to edit, cut it in here, of me, even just the photo, reacting to the fragrance that is now in this box. We slept on it for 24, 48 hours, got to smell it on each other. That sounds very strange, but we all wore it. We could all smell it on each other, and it was a clear winner, and it was this fragrance. Then after that, it is citrus, so it is a lighter wearing fragrance, but I said I want it to be beefed up. So I thought this is a 15% strength, which is amazing. But I thought we could just move it to a 20% strength. And he was like, well, it doesn't really work like that. It changes the component, like it's a totally different situation than, of course, me just being like, bump it up to 20%. So he built it out to be much more rounder, much more longer lasting, and it was even better. And he nailed it. However, when we were sitting there in Torino, sipping our cappuccino and smelling all the good fragrances, and just like, it was such an amazing experience. Roberto, the owner of the perfume manufacturer, says what's really cool is while this is a small business program, we're doing small runs, you have one of the best perfumers in the world working on the scent. He's an award-winning perfumer. He's done perfumes for the brand I have. And I said, if you say Luca Maffei, I am going to fall out of my chair. I had to fall out of my chair because it was Luca Maffei, the person I was trying to get in contact with. And he said, that's absolutely who does these fragrances. And he immediately called Luca up on the phone, and he was like, and then Luca said, Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing a message from you. And I was like, damn it, Luca. Anyway, Luca and I are best friends now. And that is how this came to be. We got our graphic designer in on the process, started looking at different ways we wanted to bring this to market with the packaging and the bottle and the size and all of the good stuff. So that is now Jordan Samuel Scent Cortile Dolce Eau de Parfum. So where should we go first? First, Cortile Dolce. That is how you pronounce it. You're pronouncing A at the end of both Cortile and Dolce. Cortile Dolce, which means sweet courtyard in Italian. And this fragrance is just that. We'll get more into that in a second. But you will get this beautiful, individually wrapped box, which will undo, which mentioned this is a final sale product. It is such limited quantity. This is a final sale, which is why we have these beautiful samples, so you can absolutely try it before you buy it, but this is final sale. Then you have this beautiful box. You have the made in Italy stamp. I mean, that's huge. It gets thrown around a lot, but to have made in Italy with the majority of the componentry and everything to be made in Italy, just like top of the line. You have the ingredients, warnings, etc. So then you slide this off. You have this beautiful two-piece box that says Jordan Samuel Scent. Now the thing that is so beautiful is this is the color and the texture of the paper is this. So this bone paper texture, etc., is the same in the sample size as it is in this box, as it is in this sleeve. And it has a slight texture to it. And then when you open this box, your scent is nestled inside. It fits perfectly in this beautiful little compartment. Then you have this beautiful 50 ml, let me hide my head, glass bottle with, again, that same textured bone-colored paper. And then Jordan Samuel Scent and Cortile Dolce are all slightly raised on the label. You have your warning label down below. Then you have this big, beautiful, meaty cap and this beautiful sprayer. Now, I really wanted the bottle to be like this. I appreciate the artistry of all these fancy bottles on the market. I do. They are not easy to hold. They're clumsy. I wanted something that fit in the hand easily. You could remove the cap and you could just spray. That was something that was there were bottles when we were picking out the bottle that I was like, nope, 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 no, 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 no. It was easy to get here. I know it seems really simple, but it was something, for me, it needed to feel good in the hand. Doesn't it always? Doesn't it always, okay? Now, I'm gonna package this up so I can start spraying myself with a bottle and we can talk about the good stuff. First, I should get into this too. So we do offer this on the site. It is, now this can only ship within the 48 states because of regulations and it only being able to ship ground. Hopefully it will be at a location near you shortly. But we have this 50 ml size for $130 US. But we do have purposefully sample sizes that sometimes will be a gift with purchase. So if you purchase over a certain amount, you'll get a free sample in your package. That's been going on for a while actually already. But it's $7 US for the sample. It's this beautiful card, again in that same texture with the beautiful photo, information about it, and it's a beautiful 2.5 ml little mister. So also perfect for travel, get a few for travel. Ingredients on the back, warning, barcode, made in Italy, all that goodness. But that's also available for purchase and or possibly a gift with purchase. Now, I've said that this is my travels through Sicily. I want to go from the south up. I am part Sicilian. Everything about this is very, very specific and very purposeful. And so this photo is a lime grove, lime trees in Sicily. So this is a picture from Sicily as well, as this product is made in Italy by an Italian perfumer, manufactured by an Italian perfume house, shipped to us. And if you look at the fragrance page, there's these little thumbnail photos. They're all my personal photos of my travels through Sicily and my inspiration. Now, I'm going to read you our exact copy because this is too good to just let me go rogue on. So bear with, I'm going to be reading from my phone. It's Sicily in all its vibrant contrast. Sun-ripened lime leaf, earthy cedar wood, and a breeze of jasmine shimmering through turquoise coves. Meet our very first scent, Cortile Dolce, an elevated take on a spontaneous Vespa ride through Sicily, where a touch of sweetness subtly reveals itself and hints at the island as the real dessert capital. The scent of almond granita wafts from a local pasticceria and mingles with the soft, salty tang of the coastline, where windswept white amber adds warmth. Time seems to slow down and you fall in love just a little bit with everyone and everything you meet. What? But that's exactly this. This is dolce far niente. This is the sweetness of doing nothing. This is a sweet escape. This is my love letter to Sicily. It's everything I adore about the island, bottled up. So in here you have lime leaf, jasmine, cedar wood, a touch of sweetness, and white amber. And so you have the lime leaf, the lime zest, the lime juice, you have the whole lime plant. So you have that fresh, that green, that citrusy. But because of everything it's blended with, this does not come out as tart, sharp, but it is fresh, it is clean. There's a nod to being surrounded by the sea in Sicily. Sicily is an island, but it's not an aquatic fragrance, but you have that blue sky, ocean air, ocean breeze, off the coast. Then you have jasmine. Jasmine grows all over Sicily. I remember having a specific dinner. It was 10 p.m. at night. We had just gotten in. We were eating in the back garden of a restaurant. They were not rushing us at all. We were enjoying our wine, our food. There was the most beautiful jasmine scent. I figured it was like, it was just so potent and so beautiful. And it was just this amazing jasmine winding up the walls behind us. It's unbelievable. Then you have the touch of sweetness. So when you hear almond granita or brioche, don't think it doesn't have a bready bakery aroma or an almond marzipan aroma. It has a spun sugar sweetness, which is the nod to Sicily being the dessert capital of Italy. Cannoli, it's from Sicily. Then you have the white amber and the cedar wood, which gives you the heart and the passion of the Sicilian people. The people of Palermo and Ortigia are some of the best people I've ever met in my life. And this is a whole mood. I of course want to talk about the notes so you understand it, but this is about a vibe more than the notes. I keep saying this is being in a sweet courtyard, being at your favorite cafe. You don't have a phone call to return. You're with your favorite people. Maybe you're by yourself. You don't have an email to answer. You are not stressed out. You are just right time, right place, living the sweet life. It's fresh, it's clean, it's sweet. You just want to get closer to this fragrance. My husband and I are obsessed with it. This is already our second bottle, which we've actually had to pull back on because we weren't sure when this was coming into the warehouse. Now we have more of these so we can go crazy. This is not a beast mode fragrance. For a citrus, it is actually quite long wearing, but it's not going to enter into the room before you. It's not going to stay in the room after you. But for a citrus, it is long wearing, long lasting. It smells amazing. Tips and tricks. If you really want your fragrance to last, apply to a hydrated, moisturized skin. So get out of the shower, moisturize your skin with your favorite unscented, maybe it's like a Nivea unscented fragrance-free lotion. Then immediately spray on that. Get the fragrance to hook to that lotion. It's gonna wear longer. Put on your clothes, etc. Do a final spritz. You will be smelling like the most unique, citrusy, fruity, sweet yumminess. This is just dolce far niente, living that sweet life. I cannot wait for you to experience this. Again, we have it in these sample cards. If you've not tried it yet, you can purchase one of these if it's not on gift with purchase, and then give yourself this beautiful full size. As you can see, this is a ready giftable item. It is completely individually wrapped. You can do it just like this in a gift bag. You can put wrapping paper around this. Then they get the most beautiful presentation of a perfume and the most delicious, yummy scent in Cortile Dolce. And there's more to come. We've already gone slightly north to Capri and have that fragrance done. And so hopefully that will be coming in 2025. I forgot what year we were in. But I hope you get to try Cortile Dolce. I hope you love it. Thank you for listening. And thank you for being here. I hope you have a happy, healthy holiday and new year. And until next time, bye.